Today we're going to be talking about the vestibular system, which is probably the weakest component of our balance system when we compare it to proprioception and vision. However, the vestibular system is so important in helping us maintain our balance because it gives your brain a lot of feedback about gravity. We have little receptors in our vestibular system that are full of fluid. The fluid swishes around when we move our head and tells our brain about the position of our head in space in terms of pitch and tipping forward and backward. So the vestibular system gives us information about that. There's also receptors in the vestibular system that detect vertical and horizontal movement. That's actually where calcium carbonate crystals are located. And you might have heard of crystals being loose in the ear. That's what this is referring to, are these little crystals that are supposed to be on little hair cells in there. And if they get knocked loose, they fall into the fluid instead and give you a sense of vertigo or spinning. So that's the function of the vestibular system, though, is to tell your body and your brain about gravity and how you're moving in relation to it. The vestibular system's main function also is to help you maintain a clear visual field while you're moving through space. So we talked about how vision is so important in maintaining your balance. Well, if your vestibular system isn't working properly, it might be impossible to have a good visual field while you're moving. And we check this through a series of reflexes. In order for the vestibular system to work properly, it has to talk to the eyes through a vestibulo-ocular reflex. And we can check that very easily by holding a finger out in front of our heads, keeping our eyes on our finger, and turning our head side to side. You go as rapidly as you can without your finger becoming blurry. You can also do that going up and down. You should be able to do a task like that without the object that you're looking at becoming blurry. You should also be able to move at a pretty decent speed without any difficulty too. If you struggle with that, or if it makes you feel dizzy, or your vision becomes blurry, then you might have some weakness in your vestibular system. The best way to work on strengthening the vestibular system in terms of improving our balance is by working on it with the elimination of the other balance systems. So getting rid of proprioception as much as we can and getting rid of vision as much as we can. So be prepared today because you're going to be working on some uneven surfaces and some mushy surfaces like your yoga mat instead of the floor, and getting those eyes closed to get rid of visual input. Or maybe we'll be nice and just turn the lights down low to reduce visual input that way as well. So good luck today working on your vestibular system.